Welcome back. At the BJP headquarters here, there is relative calm. In a while from now, we're also expecting a briefing on what happened at the BJP Parliamentary Board meeting, which concluded about half an hour ago. But this place, which seems eerily calm and silent, was a theatre of hectic, frenzied activity. There were hundreds of BJP workers who turned up not just from Delhi, but around the country. And the only objective was to be able to get a glimpse of Narendra Modi. That's right, and he did not disappoint, because he, before driving into the party headquarters, in fact, he did not drive into the party headquarters. He held a little yatra of sorts from the Meridian Hotel up till 11 Ashoka Road, and then walked for about 500 to 600 meters and waved to most of his supporters who were lined by the side of the road. And after that, he said in an emotional speech that his concentration next is going to be on 2022, not 2019, which most political pundits have been speaking of, the next Lok Sabha elections, but 2022, where he has a vision of how the country should be after 75 years of independence. A new India is what he promised. Listen in.
गरीब में सामर्थ्य मैं देख पाता हूं। मैं देश के गरीबों की शक्ति को पहचान पाता हूं और राष्ट्र के भविष्य के निर्माण में जितना ज्यादा गरीबों को अवसर मिलेगा, उतना ज्यादा देश तेज गति से आगे बढ़ेगा। आज मध्यम वर्ग के लोगों को ज्यादा बोझ झेलना पड़ता है, कर भी मध्यम वर्ग को ज्यादा देना पड़ता है, नियमों का पालन भी मध्यम वर्ग को ज्यादा करना पड़ता है। इन 5 राज्यों के चुनाव को नए हिंदुस्तान की एक नई नींव के रूप में मैं देख रहा हूं। न्यू इंडिया 65% 35 साल से कम उम्र के नौजवानों के सपनों का न्यू इंडिया। भारतीय जनता पार्टी के इस वटवृक्ष पर विजय रूपी फल लगे हैं, तो हम भारतीय जनता पार्टी का सबसे ज्यादा झुकने का जिम्मा बनता है। जितने भी चुनाव हुए हमारे देश में, लगातार भारतीय जनता पार्टी का समर्थन बढ़ता गया है। विजय यात्रा लगातार आगे चल रही है। मैं चुनाव के हिसाब किताब से चलने वाला इंसान नहीं हूं, आप पहले से मैं कहता हूं। जिस इकाई में काम करते हैं, उस इकाई में एक नया संकल्प 2022 तक उसको पूरा करके रहेंगे। अगर देश में ये मूड बन जाए तो ये देश पीछे नहीं रहेगा, मैं विश्वास दिलाता हूं। इन 5 राज्यों को मैं भरोसा देता हूं कि हमारे ये साथी आपकी आशा आकांक्षाओं को पूर्ण करने में कोई कमी नहीं रखेंगे।
Moment to capture these 2 heroes who have really made a difference in this country's belief, and people gave so much of love. It's really euphoric. So I just wanted to take the best angle. That's it. And I think all of us want to do that.
So did you get that picture?
I did. I tweeted about it because he spoke about New India, Young India, as being a youth wing president of BJP. I think that's the biggest excitement for us to work towards the New India. His plans for 2014 and 19 and 22 were so clear. And he's always been telling us in the Sangathan, in our organization, how we should be looking forward. And that's wonderful that he wants New India to take the baton and go forward and take the country forward.
It's almost his fans, it's almost his concern, it's almost he is the rock star. Narendra Modi, the Prime Minister of India, is here to address his electorate, his cadres who fought day in and day out to make that amazing historic success in the state of Uttar Pradesh as well as other states. It's a thank you note It's almost a word of gratitude that he wants to send across from here inside at 11 Ashoka Road. Reporting from inside 11 Ashoka Road in New Delhi with Madan Prasad, I am Anindo Banerjee for India Today.
When he waved, people went crazy. When he smiled at them, people still went mad. In fact, people were going mad even before Narendra Modi had actually walked inside the BJP headquarters today. It was quite a celebration, not just of the win, but also of Holi. Many people dancing and playing colour even before Holi actually officially takes place. But what happens next? What is the next plan for the BJP? Brijesh Pandey has been speaking to his sources. Two important elections, Gujarat and Himachal. What's going to be the strategy? Because when he talks about the new India, is there going to be a particular model which is going to be replicated, or a particular plan, or he's going to spring a surprise again? Amit Shah, Modi combined, are they going to spring a surprise again on the opposition, whatever is left of it?
Well, Padmaja, I think, by demonetizing basically Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Amit Shah, they have remonetized their politics, and what they have done is that they have taken the whole, pro-poor mantle to another level. Now, what they're saying is that, we are one party, one government which works for the upliftment of poor. We don't want to give them dole-out subsidy. We want to empower them, and they are going to carry forward this, the new pro-poor brand of politics to Gujarat as well as Himachal. Okay. The important thing, the next important thing would be, more than these two elections, would be who is going to be the next Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh. Because, a lot rides on Uttar Pradesh. 2019 elections, they are just 2 years away. So a lot will be decided on who is going to be the next Chief Minister, the kind of work he will do, and how he is going to carry forward the legacy which he will be inheriting, given the kind of mammoth, mammoth numbers which they got in 2014.
And also it will give a message on what really is this idea of New India by the Prime Minister. Is he going to appoint someone, or is he going to decide a name based on their caste, which again means that they are giving importance to caste, or it's going to be a completely new face, again saying that it's youth power, or building the next generation in the party that we're looking at?
Well, in India, you can't wish away caste, especially in Uttar Pradesh. The BJP party president Amit Shah, when he was addressing press after winning Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand and a couple of other states, he said that please start thinking beyond caste. But, 24 hours before that, all they were heavily dabbling in caste and nothing else. His whole equation of non-Jatav, Dalit, non-Yadav, OBC was nothing but a brilliant, reconfiguration of caste calculus in Uttar Pradesh. So, you may say something officially, but the fact of the matter also remains that, in 2017, what you're looking is you're already looking at 2019. How do you win 2019? By giving a message to electorate which has voted overwhelmingly in your favor. And how do you do that? By empowering that group. So a chief minister from their rank will bolster their aspiration, will connect them to the party further, and I think this will work wonders for the BJP.
Which many people are now calling the Kalyan Singh model, where you get a non-Yadav OBC, and which is the reason why Mr. Maurya was chosen in what many thought a big gamble as the state unit chief of the BJP in Uttar Pradesh. But since we were speaking about the kind of reception that Narendra Modi got today in the afternoon, we also want to bring you as much colour and action as possible. There was the women's wing turned out in full strength, made sure that they added to all the excitement, the colour and the activity here.